up on AC 24/7. He's not campaigning yet, but he's sounding more and more like a Trump critic. The fine line Ron Desantis is walking in comments on the former president as he prepares to potentially launch his own presidential campaign. Plus, we'll show you how the president is marking the anniversary of Obamacare. And the Murdaugh trial is drawing new attention to the death of a gay South Carolina teen. We'll tell you why it's now being labeled a homicide 8 years later. Hey there, welcome to AC 24/7. I'm your host, Lamar Baldwin. Florida Governor Ron Desantis still has not announced if he will run for president. The Advocate Channel's Brian Todd reports.
Florida's governor now taking stronger but still subtle swipes at Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis, in an interview with Piers Morgan for his talk show that streams on Fox Nation, had some fun with Trump's nicknames for him.
Ron DeSantis. Did anyone ever hear of DeSantis? The sanctimonious DeSantis.
Which is your favorite nickname that Trump's given you so far?
I don't know how to spell DeSanctimonious. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like it's long. It's got a lot of vowels. So we go with that. That's fine. You can call me whatever you want. Just as long as you also call me a winner. Suspended any regulation.
But DeSantis also got serious with a jab at the former president when Morgan asked him about the differences between him and Trump.
Obviously, the approach to COVID was different. I would have fired somebody like Fauci. So the way we run the government, I think, is no daily drama, focus on the big picture, and put points on the board.
Analysts say the potential presidential candidate's framing of himself as a leader who'd have less drama in an administration and as a winner seems to be a recent calculation to go after Trump in an understated way.
It does seem that there's been an evolution this week where in this interview you're seeing him come out harder. He's especially going after Trump's character.
Like the moment at a news conference this week when DeSantis seemed to take advantage of Trump's legal jeopardy, specifically the possibility that the former president could be indicted soon in the Stormy Daniels case. DeSantis attacked the prosecutor investigating Trump, saying he's pursuing a political agenda and weaponizing his office, but also said,
I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star to secure silence over some type of alleged affair. I can't speak to that.
Donald Trump, not about to let DeSantis' remarks this week go unanswered, posted today on his platform Truth Social, Ron DeSanctimonious is not working for the people of Florida as he should be. He is too busy chatting with a ratings-challenged TV host from England. How risky is it for DeSantis to attack Trump?
One thing he knows is whatever he does, whether he tries to ignore Donald Trump or whether he confronts Donald Trump is going to be in his face. Donald Trump is going to follow the Mike Tyson strategy that everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
It's taken 8 years, but South Carolina police are now investigating a gay South Carolina teen's death as a homicide. Stephen Smith was a classmate of Buster Murdaugh, the surviving son of convicted murderer Alex Murdaugh. Now, investigators say there's no indication that Smith's death was caused by a hit and run, as originally reported. The Advocate Channel's Diane Gallagher reports.
The investigation into who killed 19-year-old Stephen Smith is heating up, with state investigators calling his mother's attorneys Tuesday with an update on her son's case.
This is not a hit and run, that this is something more and something different, and that SLED is actively investigating this as a homicide.
Smith's body was found in the middle of this rural Hampton County, South Carolina road in July 2015. Highway Patrol investigators at the time said there was no evidence he'd been hit by a car, but a pathologist who performed the autopsy said Smith was the victim of a hit and run. The nursing student with dreams of becoming a doctor died from blunt force head trauma. Sandy Smith has said she feared her son was targeted because he was gay.
He was an openly gay young man in an area of the state where it's not popular to be an openly gay man. And that it probably had to do with one of his relationships, friendships, or something that he was involved with.
Tuesday brought the first real update in Smith's homicide investigation since June 2021, when state law enforcement, or SLED, investigators announced they were opening a case into his killing, based on information gathered during their investigation of the murders of Paul and Maggie Murdaugh. SLED has never revealed what that information was.
Verdict, guilty.
But the trial of Alec Murdaugh was discussed on that Tuesday phone call with the SLED chief.
He said that now there's been a conviction of Alex Murdaugh. He thinks that people are more apt to come forward and discuss what they know about Stephen Smith.
The Murdaugh name is mentioned dozens of times in the original case, like in this audio interview where the trooper mentions Buster Murdaugh.
Buster was on our radar. The Murdaughs know that.
But there has never been any official connection made between the Murdaugh family and Stephen Smith's death. This week, in a statement given to CNN, Buster Murdaugh said, quote, "This has gone on far too long. These baseless rumors of my involvement with Stephen and his death are false. I unequivocally deny any involvement in his death, and my heart goes out to the Smith family."
The TikTok party could be coming to a close for more than 150 million Americans.
There are more than 150 million Americans who love our platform.
TikTok CEO facing U.S. lawmakers for the first time on Capitol Hill in a heated hearing.
We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values. TikTok has repeatedly chosen the path for more control, more surveillance, and more manipulation. Your platform should be banned.
U.S. lawmakers repeating calls for the ban of the video app based on national security concerns about the app's ability to collect data from its users. But TikTok CEO maintains the app doesn't collect any more data than other social media companies.
We will firewall protected U.S. data from unwanted foreign access.
CEO Shou Chu fighting back, attempting to reassure Congress his company has taken action to resolve fears the Chinese government could gain access to TikTok user data.
The bottom line is this: American data stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by American personnel.
But in the eyes of some experts, an all-out TikTok ban is unlikely.
This app has millions of users. Right, so free speech and all of these other considerations come into play, and that's why I think we're far less likely to get a full ban and more likely to see some kind of potentially middle ground restriction.
A rare tornado tore through southeast Los Angeles, and it was all caught on camera. The National Weather Service confirmed a tornado touchdown in Montebello with 110 miles per hour winds. The tornado damaged at least 17 buildings. One minor injury was reported. This is the strongest tornado to hit the Los Angeles area since 1983. Hollywood is still mourning the loss of Lance Reddick. He died earlier this month, days before release of his latest movie, John Wick. The Advocate Channel's Rick Damagella interviewed the star before his death.
I have you for 2 nights? Depending on business, it may be more. Of course, sir.
Lance Reddick appears in all 4 John Wick films as the concierge of New York's The Continental Hotel.
How good's your laundry? No one's that good.
Reddick passed away on March 17th. Just 2 weeks prior, I sat down with him and Ian McShane to talk about John Wick Chapter 4.
What's so exquisite for me is that the world that was created in the first one, that you only get a glimpse of because you just see the Continental, keeps getting expanded and you see more and more of it, and why it is the way that it is and what the rules are. And so it's the fact that it keeps getting bigger without losing the quality is what's so amazing to me.
How good to see you again so soon, Mr. Wick.
I was curious to know if the actors find it easy to get back into character for each film. Reddick's response was bookended by some good-natured humor from McShane.
For me, no. I have trouble. I have to find it again. Fortunately,
it's much more difficult as an actor to work with than I am. That's all I say.
I mean, Keanu won't talk to me, so because I'm so difficult too.
It's very difficult.
Mr. Wick is on his way to see you, sir.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Thank you for joining us for AC 24/7. For more content that advocates to you, go to advocatechannel.com and make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Lamont Baldwin.